All right, well, we're going to move on now because we have kind of the end of the show coming up. We have a really good tech corner for you right now that Dirk is going to show off for you. And it's a client of ours that we worked with for a while, and they have a product called Traqpath, which is an interesting software product. It's from the good folks at EtQ. And Traqpath really it has some unique features. Dirk is gonna take a few minutes and he's gonna go through those features with you and kind of show you what Traqpath is all about. Again, it's from EtQ. It's a good it's a software product. Again, this isn't going to be a hardware tech demo like we've done in the past sometimes, but this one will be one that Dirk can show you on his smartphone, I think, and he's also going to show you on his laptop. So Dirk, if you're ready, I'm going to throw it to you. Take it away.
Took me a little bit, and if you notice that Mike was sitting there vamping a little bit.
Well,
it was and is Dirk ready? No. Is Dirk ready? No. Is Dirk ready? No. Hey, I'm ready now. Okay, let's go. Well, as Mike said, this is a product called Traqpath. This is a free app and download available from Traqpath, which, as Mike said, is part of EtQ. And the idea behind it is, any of you who work in teams, in working with your quality management system, your QMS, you know that one of the big problems is collaboration, communication. Does everybody know what their action item is? Are they up to date on their action item? Does everybody know what Kappa is going on? Is everybody just on board on the same page? And one of the ways people do that is, let's say, email. Well, email's got its own problems. As you know, your email gets buried in spam and, sometimes you miss it for a day or two. So what people really need, particularly small teams, small companies, is a collaboration tool, and that's what Traqpath is. It's a cloud-based product that you can run on your desktop, your iPhone, your smartphone, your Android, a tablet, whatever, that allows you to kind of communicate everything that's going on in the QMS. It's a very basic organizational tool that works really well. So let's take a look at it. I'm just going to run over here to our screen page here. This happens to be a desktop application of it. You see, this is Traqpath, and you notice I'll just run down through these very quickly. The first item is My Assignments, which is only those action items that are applied to me. Then there's action items, which are all action items that have been entered into the system, and you can sort these in various ways. There's Kappas, and of course there are events. There is some charting that's available that gives you some rudimentary snapshots of all events by a particular type, all Kappas by type, action items by type. It gives you an idea, a very quick overview of maybe where you have particular types of problem areas that you might want to focus on. And obviously there's work groups down here. Now, the way I would use this tool, first of all, let me say Traqpath is not prescriptive. It doesn't make you run it in a certain way. You can run it however you want to run it. Now, the way I would do it is I would start with an event. Maybe it's a product failure or a safety issue out on the factory floor. And from that event, I would probably generate action items and assign those people to do research. And from events and action items, I would have maybe the basis for building a Kappa. And then I could go from the Kappas and I could keep adding action items and events to that to kind of build on it. That's the way I would use it. You could use it a different way. As I said, it's not prescriptive. But let's just take a quick look at what I would do. So I'm going to create a new event. And I'm going to call it, what kind of event in this? You can define these. I'm pulling from the list that we have here. I'm going to call this, let's say, an inspection failure. And what did we see out on the floor? Well, holes in shoes, let's say. And we have a description of the event. I can add some attachments, like maybe some photos, maybe an action that was taken, used duct tape, all right, to patch holes. Yeah, that might be one thing that they were doing out there to kind of fix that problem. Duct tape's good for a lot of things. And I also want to assign this event an action item. And I'm going to pull from my group of users here. And I'm going to assign this one to myself. I could assign it to anybody, but I'll just assign it to myself for now. And I say done. Now, two things are going to happen. Number one, I get a notification on my screen that this action item has been assigned, and the person it was assigned to gets an email letting them know, hey, you have an action item. Also, when they log into Traqpath, if they go to My Assignments, they're going to see that assignment there in their My Assignments. Now, let's go back to that event real quick that I just created. And I'm going to sort by date. You can sort by a variety of ways here. And I'm going to go back down to that event. And if we do that, we can see that everything I already entered is in there. And actually, I see I didn't save that action item. I made a mistake when I was using this. But let's go to one that I've already created because there's something I want to show you. This is an earlier one I created where I actually used it correctly. And we're going to open up another. So in this particular event that I created earlier, we can see that I created an action item associated with this event. And now I can link out to that action item right here and open it up, take a look at it. I also created a kappa for this action item. And I could continue to add action items in this event or add kappas to this event. And they will continue to populate back out on my events or action items screen. But as well, by opening up that event, it also gives me the ability to see everything about that event. Just by looking at that one event screen, I can see all the action items that were created and drill into them. I can see all the kappas that were created and drill into them, all right here from my desktop or smart device. Now I want to show you the smart device just really quickly here, just to show you that it does work on your smartphone. So we're going to go over to my Android phone right here. I'll open up the Traqpath app. Now in this case, I don't have to enter my my credentials because that's contained in the app itself. So it's just going to launch the app here in just 1 second. And we're going to see basically the same thing that I saw on the desktop. So I can go to, if we look at this side of the page, we see all the same things, action items, kappas, events. I can open up an event, and here's all the events that have been created, including the one I just created. There you go, Holds and Shoes. And we can open up the event. You see everything there. I can go back. I can open up, let me see, what was the earlier event I was showing you? Shoes don't fit. There we go. And we can see all the same things. There's my links to my action items. There's my links to my kappas. I could create more action items right from the app, and so forth. So the nice thing about this tool is that what you have is, using your mobile device, imagine how you could use this. You could go out on the shop floor. Maybe you're out on the shop floor doing your Gemba, and you happen to see some sort of safety issue. Well, right there on your phone, you whip out your phone, you open up Traqpath, a free app, by the way, did I mention that? You open up Traqpath and you enter in an event, and you enter in a safety event, and you assign it maybe to your safety guy on the floor. Say, hey, Joe, there's a problem here with the forklift operator, blah, blah, blah. He's doing this. You need to take a look at that. Immediately, an action item gets sent out to your safety guy. It gets entered into Traqpath, and there you go. Now you've started the ball rolling, and all in one database, accessible from anybody. They can take a look at this. They can take a look at this event and build on it as they go. So this is really, really a cool little product, nice little organizational tool. So again, if you're interested in this, you can go out to Traqpath.com. That's TRAQ.path.com, or there's also a link underneath the player page out to it. I think we have the Traqpath name highlighted. Click on that. That'll take you out to Traqpath. And you can download it and work with it yourself. The app, I think you just go to Google Play and you can download the app onto your Android, or probably the Apple Store. Download the app onto your phone and use it. It's a great little product. And like I said, it's free. I love free products. They're awesome. Back to you, Mike.
Well, thank you, Dirk. Yes, that is Traqpath from EtQ, and as Dirk mentioned once or twice there, I think it's free. Really good product there for our good friends at EtQ. Dirk, nice job as always on the Tech Corner.
Thank you.
You do such a nice job with that stuff. What
I do my best.
What would we do without you? Well, that's our show for this week.